This was the very first time that she was attempting this entire thing, and she did so well. If she comes back, if she works a little bit, you know, like on the techniques and this and that, and you know, how she presents herself, she could really be a threat. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one and a very exciting one because I'm gonna be presenting to you my wish miss, or in other words, the queens that I really want to see come back to the pageantry scene in 2022. I'm going to admit that it was not easy at all to come up with this list, and I'll tell you already that these are not in ranking. There is absolutely no way to rank these women. The amount of beauty, substance, purpose, heart, soul, and so many more adjectives that you will find in this list is just like way too much. And of course, because I'm kind of new to the pageantry world, I wanted to stick to queens that I know, that I've been in touch with, or that at least I have followed their journey enough to know what I'm talking about. But by all means, if a queen that you're rooting for or hoping that she comes back is not on my list, let me know in the comment section and I'll be more than glad to check her out, and even maybe I'll come up with a part 2 to this video. Now, as I always tell you, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section what do you think about my list, my comments, my reasoning, and everything else that you would like to express yourself about, baby. Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it. Alright everyone, so let's go with candidate number 1 that I would like to see come back to pageantry in 2022. Who do you think is gonna be? It's a fan favorite for sure, and of course I'm talking about Justine Felizarta. For those of you who followed with me Binibining Pilipinas 2021, you know that Justine Felizarta was one of my absolute favorite candidates of the entire competition. I really love this girl because I feel like her beauty is so raw, so unique, so polished at the same time, so elevated, and I could go on and on and on about this woman. I even loved her even more after I got to interview her, and of course when you have that one-on-one interaction with the queen, you get to see how smart she is, how clever, and also the entire purpose behind being a beauty queen. Unfortunately, Justine Felizarta did not place within the top 16 of Binibining Pilipinas last year, and honestly that was a shock for a lot of people, myself included, because most of us had very high hopes for Justine. She still has one more year to try, so I'm really hoping that she'll be back to pageantry. It doesn't matter which pageant she goes for, but honestly, just looking at her and judging by her type of beauty, I will really see her do well in a pageant such as MGI or Reina Hispanoamericana. So crossing fingers, and 2022 will be full of Felizarta. And next one on my list, we have Victoria Velasquez Vincent, and oh my god, it's no secret how much I love this woman. Victoria was one of my favorites, absolute favorites, since even before the start of Miss Universe Philippines. And right after the competition started, I just could not be in awe of Victoria. I feel like she, first of all, is such a beautiful woman, physically speaking, but Victoria also has such a beautiful soul, such a beautiful mind, such an artistic and creative person that I feel like she is just like an overall globally beautiful person. During her Miss Universe Philippines competition, I feel like she had more ups than downs, but if I'm being quite honest, I actually gained a whole lot more respect for Victoria even after the competition when I saw how she behaved in different scenarios. For example, when she was given the opportunity to represent the New Zealand in Miss Universe, but she turned it down because she wanted to stay loyal to the Philippines and, you know, honor the title that she earned during Miss Universe Philippines. For those of you who follow her on social media, you also saw her entire behavior and how she participated in the recovery plan by the affected provinces by Typhoon Raj. And honestly, in situations like this is when you get to separate, you know, like the beauties from the actual queens. Because for me personally, the entire essence of being a beauty queen is just about your purpose and what you do with your platform. And I feel like Victoria embodies that, and I will love to see her represent the Philippines internationally. So I just hope that she'll come back and she'll give it another try. Next one on the list, we are taking once again from Miss Universe Philippines 2021. We have Steffi Aberasturi. And oh my god, I mean, as of right now, I'm not even sure if Steffi is gonna come back to pageantry because she just got engaged. So congratulations, Steffi. But crossing fingers, maybe she will have one more year in the pageantry world. And the reason why I really would like to see Steffi come back is because I feel like she is full of potential. Let's not forget that Steffi was one of the most memorable candidates of this entire edition of Miss Universe Philippines that we witnessed in 2021. Of course, there were a few things here and there that people were criticizing, such as communication skills and such as, for example, like political views, which honestly I think it has nothing to do with the pageant. But when it comes to the communication skills, I don't feel like Steffi had a problem. I feel like maybe she needed to manage her nerves a little bit more, but overall she was very, very solid. And that pasarela, oh my god, can you imagine someone like Steffi on the stage of Miss Universe? She will definitely just walk in there to get the crown. Deep down, I'm happy that Steffi was able to place within the top 5, but I still think that she deserves more. So I'm hoping that she will come back, give it another try. She has a solid fan base. She has a lot of experience. So I'm sure that maybe a second try will be the charm. We'll see. Come back, Steffi. Number 4 on the list, we have Emmanuelle Vera, a candidate that I really had to defend here on this channel. Lots of people loved me for defending it. Lots of people hated me as well. But you know what? I stand by what I said. And the reason why is because I feel like Emmanuelle is just such a beautiful girl, like inside out, genuinely, you know, like nice, genuinely sweet, and also full of substance. So smart. Of course, there was a little bit of controversy here and there when she participated this year in Reina Hispanoamericana because of the translation. However, the overall performance of Emmanuelle Vera was impeccable. This woman did such an amazing job, and honestly I feel like even with the translation thing, she was able to place 4th for the entire competition, which is honestly remarkable. Now my only hope for Emmanuelle is that she tries to come back. I would love to see her maybe in an environment such as Binibining Pilipinas. I would like her to get the crown for Miss World as well. I feel like she has the type of beauty and the type of brain that will be very good at Miss World. So I don't know, I'm excited to see what the future holds. Obviously she's also in the entertainment industry. She is a singer, an actress, and you know, she can do it all. She's so talented. So I don't know where is pageantry in her ranking of priorities, but I hope that eventually she will come back, hopefully this year, even better. But I'm excited. I love this girl, genuinely. Next one on the list, we have a woman that I admire so much, Meiji Cruz. And the reason that I decided to put Meiji Cruz on my list is because as of right now, she is holding the title as the second runner-up for Binibining Pilipinas 2021. However, I do still think that Meiji deserves a little bit more, and she could definitely be a title holder. I feel like internationally she will do such an amazing job because her technique is really polished, and the girl herself is really well put together. Now when it comes to Meiji and her delivery, some people will say that she is a little bit more, you know, reserved when it comes to how she speaks and how she communicates, but I think that with a little bit of practice, that's something that you can definitely, you know, improve. I know that Meiji was really going for the crown of MGI when she was competing this year. That was like her ultimate goal. So you never know, if that is actually her dream, I would like to see her be able to accomplish it. But I also think like Meiji will do really well in other pageants, you know, in other environments. Can you imagine like Meiji for Miss Supra, maybe Meiji for Miss Globe? I think that there is definitely a lot of potential. She has a very strong advocacy as well for HIV and visibility, you know, diversity, inclusion. So important. We need more of that in today's world of pageantry. So Meiji, if you are watching this, please come back. You have another year to give it a try, and we are rooting for you. Number 6 on the list is a candidate that I'm really excited to see what the future holds for her. Of course, I'm talking about the beautiful Chella Falconer. And I know that a lot of people are gonna be like, Chella? You know what? Let me tell you, Chella is really a silent killer. During Miss Universe Philippines, I feel like she was one of the girls who was the most overlooked all throughout the competition. If I remember properly, she won 1 challenge, and then for the rest, she was a little bit under the radar. But I don't think it's because Chella was lacking. It was actually because there were so many big names in last year's edition of Miss Universe Philippines that it was really hard to stand out. Also, don't forget that to begin with, they had 100 candidates. So, you know, that's a lot of people. Her preliminary competition was so beautiful, so flawless. And even the presentation during the final night, I was really impressed because deep down, I felt like she needed a little bit more time to kind of like get more experience, work a little bit more on certain things. But overall, what she was able to deliver on that stage was remarkable. And for that reason, I would like to see her come back and give it another try to Miss Universe Philippines, or if she will prefer Binibining Pilipinas, I feel like will be very welcoming of her type of beauty and her intelligence. Definitely lots of potential right there, and I hope that it doesn't go to waste. Come on, Chella, come back, girl. We are waiting for you. Number 7 on the list, we have the beautiful Bella Ismael. And of course, I am more than excited to see her come back to pageantry. The reason for this is because everything in pageantry started for me pretty much with Rabia Mateo. And at that time, you know, I kind of discovered her after she was already crowned. So I didn't even get to follow her Miss Universe Philippines journey, just the international version of Miss Universe. But with time, I was able to learn that Bella is actually the first runner-up to Rabia. And after I looked a little bit more into what she did during the competition, the Q&A, the challenges, the presentations, and you know, all of that, I really learned to appreciate her a lot. I feel like she is not only so beautiful, she has very strong facial features, a beautiful body, and also a beautiful mind. Those are all of the things that you need in order to be successful in this type of pageants. And whether she decides to go for Miss Universe Philippines, whether it is Miss World, whether it is, you know, whatever she decides, I'm really excited to see how she will do, because this type of girl can really shine and make the country very proud. So I'm excited. Alright everyone, so I do have 5 more queens that I would like to mention. However, before we continue, I will introduce you to today's partner for this video. Hello you guys, I would like to take a moment to thank today's partner for this video, Yours App. Yours App is a mindfulness and well-being app which focuses on providing to their users all the tools that they need in order to achieve physical and mental well-being. I have been using them for over a month at this point, because you know that as a creator, things can get a little stressful and the anxiety sometimes is off the roof. But thanks to Yours App, I have been able to find a middle ground, or a healthy balance, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They have been really good at helping me to fix my sleep cycle and also reduce my stress levels. They have a very user-friendly platform, and all of the recommendations that you will get are personalized because they use artificial intelligence to really present you material adapted to your needs. On top of that, they have a very vast library of music, of stories to sleep, of meditation, breathing clocks, and so much more. And as if that wasn't enough, they offer free and premium content as well. They were kind enough to contact me and offer a 60% discount code for my audience when you purchase an annual membership. That will be the equivalent of $48 US for an entire year of well-being. I mean, that is a great deal. And all you have to do is click on the link in the description down below, use the code Louis, and you will get the 60% discount at checkout. So if you are into well-being and mindfulness, please go ahead and check them out. All the links will be in the description down below. Thank you. Let's get right back into it. For number 8 on my list, I have the stunning, beautiful, one-of-a-kind Jasmine Umali. I mean, I don't even need to explain to you why I want Umali to come back, okay? Just look at the woman. Like, her beauty is something that you don't see anywhere. Honestly, I look at this woman and I think of a statue. I think of ancient Greece. I think of art and poetry. So beautiful. And I feel like her run during Miss Universe Philippines this year was extremely consistent, and especially she was really able to go beyond people's expectations. You have to take into consideration that this was Jasmine's first ever pageant, and also she didn't have that much of a following or that much of a presence in social media. However, with her very successful campaign this year during Miss Universe Philippines, I feel like if she decides to come back, she will have not only a large amount of people supporting her, but also I'm sure that she will have more confidence, she will feel more at ease, because now she has that experience. Something that I really loved about her is that she is not just about beauty. Jasmine is a very real person, and she has a very strong advocacy as well, for which she is very passionate. She's an artistic person, so I really like when the girls have more than one dimension, and for sure I promise you, Jasmine has the entire package. Number 9 on the list, we have the stunning Graciella Lehman. Oh my god. I still remember as if it was yesterday watching Lehman's swimsuit presentation during Binibining Pilipinas 2021. This woman's body is just remarkable, and it makes me think of an athlete, to be honest. And it doesn't matter really from which angle you're looking at her, there was really no flaw. I just feel like she was so prepared for the competition. Everything was so calculated, from the wardrobe to the technique to the communication skills to the overall, you know, presentation, makeup, hair, the entire thing. There was really no flaw. However, she was not able to get a title on this year's edition of Binibining Pilipinas, which I think it was unfortunate. But being fair, it was a very tight race and there was a lot of potential that year. By no means I'm complaining about anyone who got a title, okay? I'm just saying that this girl really had potential for more. Her style and her type of beauty really make me think that she will do very well in Miss Grand International or perhaps something like Miss Globe. I feel like those will be the titles that will really fit her most if she decides to go more for Binibining Pilipinas once again. But she could also do very well in Miss Universe Philippines. Look at her. Do you see it? I'm definitely seeing it for her. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm not quite sure which one was the crown that she was going for, but if it is MGI, you know, bless her heart, because we know how those things go. But you know, I'm all here for supporting the girls and their dreams. So if that's what she wants, you know, let her go for it. But this girl, I feel like she has the beauty, the brains, the potential, and everything that you need to compete in any pageant. Honestly, chef's kiss. Now for the next one on the list, I have a beauty queen that I have not talked about a lot on my channel because I did not cover in details Miss Philippines Earth. However, I am sure that if you are a fan of pageantry in the Philippines, you have heard of these girls for obvious reasons. Of course, I'm talking about Anita Rose Gomez. If you haven't seen her ways, I'm gonna tell you, you must be living under a rock because the girl is just stunning. I don't know how she is not like everywhere on every single magazine, you know, being sponsored by all the brands, because the silhouette of her body is just insane. Normally people have to wear a corset in order to achieve something like this, but she just has it naturally. It's honestly impressive. But of course, we know that body is not everything. You also need the brain, you also need the charisma, you also need the advocacy and having that layer of depth. And because she did participate in Miss Philippines Earth, I feel like this is, you know, a very good training for her, because Miss Earth really prepares the queen to be eloquent, to be able to have a deep, meaningful conversation. And I'm pretty sure that if she takes that experience and she blends it with everything that she's able to bring to the table when it comes to her physical assets, I'm pretty sure that she will be unstoppable. There are quite a few possibilities for Anita. She could be Miss Universe Philippines, she could go and compete for Miss Grand International. I could even see her competing for something like Reina Hispanoamericana. So I feel like she can really choose whatever pageant she likes and just go for it. But definitely she is one that I'm keeping my eye on, and hopefully I will see her make a comeback in 2022. For candidate 11 on my list, we have the amazing, the beautiful Maureen Ravobitz. And of course, the reason that I want Maureen to come back is because I feel like in the beginning, we were a little bit unfair to her. You know, we kind of like gave her a little bit too much of a hard time. We were saying that because she did Asia's Next Top Model and that she comes from show business and maybe she wouldn't be able to deliver what's expected of a beauty queen, which is very different from a model. However, Maureen really said, shut up everyone, because I have what it takes, and she went ahead and she proved exactly that. By the end of Miss Universe Philippines, she became a fan favorite, and she was one of the girls who had like one of the strongest fan bases besides the obvious like Kisses de la Vin, Katrina de Maranan, even Beatriz Luigi Gomez at that point. I do feel like her placing as a 4th runner-up was a fair one in this year's edition, but I know that if she comes back, you know, this was her first pageant. This was the very first time that she was attempting this entire thing, and she did so well. If she comes back, if she works a little bit, you know, like on the techniques and this and that, and you know, how she presents herself, she could really be a threat, and I could easily see a girl like this representing the Philippines internationally. Now, the only question that we need to ask ourselves is she gonna go once again for Miss Universe Philippines, or is she gonna try a different pageant? What do you think? And of course, last but not least, I do have one more candidate on my list that I wanted to highlight, and hopefully that I will see come back to pageantry very soon, and that is the lovely Samantha Panlilio. You guys are gonna tell me, but Louis, Samantha just competed like 3 months ago. I know, but this girl is full of potential. I feel like Samantha really delivered so much during Miss Grand International, and she did not get the recognition that she deserved, in my very humble opinion. Whether you agree with that or not, you can come for me if you want, I don't care. But deep down, I do feel like MGI was just not the pageant for Samantha. What I mean by that is that this is a very smart girl, okay? This girl is clever, she has brains, and she can communicate so well. Also, she is very good when it comes to her advocacy, and over the months, you know, ever since she joined Binibining Pilipinas up until now, and even after her international pageant, she has stayed very consistent with her advocacy. So in my humble opinion, she will really do very well in a pageant such as Miss World. Now, of course, that would imply that she would have to compete in Miss World Philippines first in order to make it to the international version, which is hard because we all know that Miss World candidates are full of substance and is really honestly like a bloodbath. But with the right support system, I'm pretty sure that someone like Samantha Panlilio will be able to pull it off and ultimately go ahead and make the Philippines very, very proud. Samantha is also in the family business and she is handling, you know, like so much at the same time. So I don't know, just like I told you for other candidates, how high on her priority list pageantry is. However, at some point, girl, just give it another shot. I would love to see you come back. Okay? Okay. Alright everyone, so there you go. That was my wish list for 2022. Of course, as I told you, these are some of the candidates that I know, that I followed all throughout the year, that I think deserved a little bit more, or that I think deserved a little bit more recognition on whatever pageant they competed. As I told you, this is an open conversation, so if there are queens that I haven't mentioned on this list, let me know in the comment section. I will be more than glad to look them up, you know, do my little research and then come up with a part 2 for this video. And also don't forget, if you are interested in trying yours up, use my discount code Lewis and get the link in the description down below. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's so good for me. Alright, before I go, as usual, just come here and give me a hug. That's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, everyone, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.